I went from being kind of in that party, not really knowing what you're doing with your lifestyle, to kind of waking up and seeing a lot of my friends graduating college and they were getting desk jobs and they were not happy. I woke up and I was like, whoa, this is me. This is gonna be me. If I don't make a life change, if I don't take this seriously, I'm in $60,000 worth of student loan debt. I'm coming up to this transition in my life where I'm either gonna move home with my mom and dad, or I'm gonna go make something happen with my life.
Hey Hope Nation, I'm here in Chicago on the road like I am over 200 days this year, but welcome back to the channel. We're so excited to bring you another throwback from our Manchester meetups. This one is truly special. Today, we'll dive into an inspiring conversation with Spencer Taylor, the talented former videographer of Logan Paul. In this exclusive session, Spencer opens up about his incredible journey from college life to collaborating with one of social media's biggest names. He shares how he discovered his passion for filmmaking, the challenges he's faced, and the personal growth that has shaped his path. This isn't just a story about success and achievement. It's about resilience, transformation, and the power of creating meaningful content for good. We also touch upon the importance of mental health awareness and making this a conversation you won't want to miss. So grab your favorite drink, hopefully Prime, sit back, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more powerful, real life, and amazing stories. Let's get into it right now with Spencer Taylor. See ya.
My name is Kevin Hines. I jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. I believed that I had to die, but I lived. Now I help people be here tomorrow.
On the road, on the journey, travel around the world trying to help people stay here. In this next Manchester meetup, we sat down for high and proper tea with our main man, Spencer Taylor, Logan Paul's videographer. He broke down what drives the Logang, what inspires him to do the work he does. It was great to sit down with Spencer and hear his words and understand a little more about the man behind the camera, behind Logan. Check it out, enjoy, take care, be here tomorrow.
All right, so how does this work? I put this here?
This one here, there. And he's steeping right now.
Okay, so
we'll let it marinate.
I'll let you lead the way because
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never had a proper tea time.
Getting it in, we can fit it in. I love the shirt. I love you.
Thank you, bro. I love you too.
You've been on a bit of a journey for a long time now.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about pre-Logan Paul, the journey you were on in life, and then the journey you found in film.
In my junior year, transitioning into my senior year of college at Michigan State, I had a mindset just flip. I went from being kind of in that party, not really knowing what you're doing with your lifestyle, to kind of waking up and seeing a lot of my friends graduating college and they were getting desk jobs and they were not happy. I could see that they weren't happy. I woke up and I was like, whoa, this is me. This is gonna be me. If I don't make a life change, if I don't take this seriously, I'm in $60,000 worth of student loan debt. I'm coming up to this transition in my life where I'm either gonna move home with my mom and dad, or I'm gonna go make something happen with my life. And I chose the latter. I said, I'm gonna go make something happen with my life. I started reading books. I never read books. I read Lord of the Rings and like a couple others, that's it. But I picked up a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and for some reason I fell in love with it. It was talking about your mindset, how you should think, how you can attract things into your life that you want, and kind of like how your life is really the sum total of your thoughts. And if you change the way you think, you can change what you bring into your life. And I was in college, I was around all these young college students that were just kind of doing their thing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna unplug from this and I'm gonna start reading this book and apply it. And so my senior year, my life started to change. It was crazy, man. Like, it was like miraculous things were happening. Like, I was getting booked to go to Austria, in Europe, to go film things. I was getting booked to go to San Diego, Miami, Vegas. I was flying all over the country on the weekends, and then I was coming back and I was sitting in a class. So I was like, wait, I'm going to school for film, but on the weekend I'm doing what I love. okay, I'm onto something here. So I really I went hard with that. And out of nowhere, I got this job opportunity because of this traveling I was doing. I met a guy named Bob Proctor. And so I ended up working with him for a year, filming his videos, filming his content. And that's where I really learned what I wanted to do with my life, which was put out meaningful content. Transitioning into how I met Logan is, after a year working with Bob, I moved to LA. And I really wanted to take what I learned about mindset and bring it into the youth, bring it into young people. And when I met Logan, I fell in love with what he was doing because I was like, dude, this dude gets it. He understands how to communicate to young people. He's fun, he's energetic, he's a good guy, and he's just shaking up the system. You know, there's like a systematic way that everybody lives. There's a lot of rules people follow. And he was shaking it up, and I was like, dude, I want to be a part of this.
I get a call from Logan Paul's camp, and then Logan Paul, and he says, I want to talk to you. Come to my house on this day, and we'll chop it up about your experience and how he can grow as a human being. And I remember showing up and you being there to greet me at the door, and I come in, and you guys literally sat with me with you, Jeff Levin, and Logan for like almost 3 hours without filming, just chopping it up. You guys were setting up things in the background, but me and Logan, we sat down, and he told me about his life, and he told me about, you know, growing up and his family. What a beautiful family, of course. And then we went and we did this video that you filmed. Tell me about the process of taking it through the different cuts and finding what we did that has now reached 29 million people around the world. And hundreds of kids have written into Logan, they've written into me, and they've said that video saves their life. Yeah. I've even had hundreds of kids write in and say that when they're sick and when they're unwell and when they're suicidal, they watch the video again and they stay. Yeah. So tell me about how you put that together and what it all meant, man.
Yeah. Well, that was the intention going into the video, so hearing you say that's really humbling and it's cool because that's why we did it. And I never charged Logan a penny for that video. Him and I came together and we were like, yo, this has the potential to be one of the biggest films that we can put out to this generation. I think it was the biggest blessing that could have ever happened. So when Logan and I sat down, I flew out to LA from Michigan. Jeff brought you in, and when I met you and we sat down, a lot of things clicked, man, because I've dealt with friends who have dealt with suicide or depression, but I've never personally dealt with seeing suicide in my close circle. So when I met you, it's bringing me goosebumps right now. I was like, damn, bro, this is real. Like, this is real. And there's people that overcome it. And if we can tell that story, and if we can combine it with Logan's voice and what he just went through, we have the potential to save lives. That's just the first video. Yeah. We're not stopping. You're out here, you're walking out with Logan. I know Logan, I've known him for years. This dude is a different person. He's different. He's not the same Logan.
He changed that day.
He did, man.
I literally watched his face change mid-interview. Yeah. From like a particular look to like, whoa, I see it now. And it's one thing is clear to me, is that you and he and the team are going to push forward to change lives on a more regular basis. Absolutely. In a beautiful and powerful way, be an effective part of denting the suicide prevention universe.
I agree, man.
Yeah, man.
I completely agree. You said proper. I think we might have to get some proper tea.
We might have some proper tea. It's steep. Let's get it. Put it right in there. Put it right in there. Yeah, man. See? Wow. It's that white elixir. Proper. It's delicious.
Okay, so now I flip this over here.
There you go.
Over to you.
Put that in there first. Flip it in there. Let's get it.
Let me pour you up.
Thank you, sir.
Gosh.
Hello. My name is St. Perrymore III.
I wish I had some crumpets, mate. Building on what you last said about continuing to spread the message, continuing to spread that positivity, that is a huge commitment that we're making. And I think like one thing that I wanted to address is like, I was getting emotional in the locker room, after the fight, during the fight. I gotta kind of hold that in because I'm filming. I thought it was so cool to see Logan make it through that fight. It came to a draw, which I think is the perfect storyline for what's to come. I don't think people understand how much Logan really went through with all this. It took a lot of balls to get up in a ring in front of probably anywhere from 10 to 50 million people worldwide.
Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person for one action. Every single human being is 1,000 times greater than the worst thing they've ever done. You never know why people do what they do or what led to that behavior in the first place. So when we look at people that abuse other people or hurt them with their words or actions, you have to go, okay, that was a learned behavior. Who did they learn that from? Who turned them into a monster? What was the monster behind that person and then that person and their father and their father and their father that led them down the path to hurting someone just because you can, right? So instead of judging people that you don't know from Adam, go meet someone who you are angry with, ask them why they did that, and have a positive, productive conversation about how we can all change.
Yeah. I think it's like the hardest thing for human beings to say is I'm sorry. And I think even when you're right, it's okay to tell someone, yo, I'm sorry. Logan's younger than me, but I look up to him. His journey to just press on and find himself and be confident in himself. I think this fight and what he just went through was really symbolic of what he's going through on a personal level. Because, you know, if you saw the fight, at the end of the fight, Logan was looking like he was, you know, about to go down in that last round, but he really just stuck to it. He didn't go down, he stayed up, he was taking hits. You know, he's not a boxer, he had 3 months to get ready for this, and the dude just kept going. It motivates me so much when I see what he's doing. And it's like to be his roommate and to be around that all the time, it's super dope because I get to wake up and I get to, like, if I'm having an off day, I get to see him, you know, dab him up and say, yo, what's up? Let's have a good day. Let's make something fun, you know?
As long as we say, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
There's no time. If you're dealing with something negative, if you're dealing with hate coming in, the best thing you can do is put it away and go create something good. Overall, the lesson that I've learned is it's a team. You gotta just lock arms with people who are going through pain, who are just trying to make something happen in life, and you gotta lock arms and you gotta join teams and you gotta work together and just love each other. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. Support each other with no agenda, you know, like I'm not getting anything from this other than I'm learning, you're learning, I'm sure, and I think that's what it's about. It's just about learning and growing together.
The education I've been given with meeting Logan, meeting the Team Paul, and the family. You guys, when you invite someone into your world, you do it with your whole heart, as in the collective heart of the family and the team, and you give them your all, and you share your hopes and dreams, and they share theirs, and you come to this moment of synergy that leads us down a path, I believe, of hope for not just the future of Logan Paul and that brand, but the future of youth everywhere, to fight through the pain, to cope with the pain, to survive the pain, in spite of the pain, and thrive every day.
Yeah.
Spencer,
and
brother,
overcome it too.
Overcome it one day at a time.
One day at a time.
One step at a time,
Yeah.
and they're all baby steps.
Yeah. I created a company in that transition that I talked about in the beginning. When I was in college, I was lost. I was really confused. I had no idea what was going to come. I didn't have a job. I was looking around me like, and $60,000 worth of student loan debt. I'm like, what the hell do I do with my life? And I fast forward to where I am now, and I'm like, dude, that's insane. You can literally turn it around just like that. And I created a motto. It's VIBE with a Y. It stands for visualize yourself better every day. And that's what I stand for. That's what I live by, is don't try to be perfect. Just visualize yourself better. See yourself better before you're actually better. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Visualize yourself better every day.
That's the move, man.
Vibe. We're vibing every day. We're vibing. Visualize yourself better every day.
Let's go.
And conquer your pain. Have the courage to talk about your mental health. Normalize the conversation of mental, mind, brain, and behavior health. All right, ask those questions to people in pain. Are you suicidal, and do you have a plan? Because you can reach somebody and you can give them permission to talk about their struggle so they can stay here. And recovery, man, because I'm telling you, it's possible. I'm living proof. We all are. Right on, brother.